Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Empire Total War with the Imperial Splendour mod. Last time around, we actually took Prague from the Austrians, and I believe I also marched up and we lay siege up in Reykjavik, so we're laying siege to Austrian-held Iceland. Then we ended turn to see where the enemy was going, and we can kinda tell that the Austrians were quick to send a relief army to the aid of their allies, the Bavarians. However, of course, we had already taken Munich, and in so doing destroyed the Bavarian state in sense. But as we can see, they moved up, and then it took them 2 turns, so this would be the second turn. A turn that I did in between the videos. Nothing much happened besides the fact that Austria... Well, the turn isn't done yet, but in terms of my belligerence, Austria is the one that I'm fighting, so this is the fight. Mellerdorf was unable to receive reinforcements, so he still has his cut down army, or it's cut down... it's actually cut down quite a bit, because the Bavarians of the states that we took here, Bavaria was the one that actually put up the most resistance. So we lost quite a lot of men, so the enemy almost outnumbers us 2 to 1. But I do think we have a pretty good chance against these. We will be Ausländischen Regiment. Got Pandurs. Got a lot of Grenadier cavalry. So a lot of good cavalry, a lot of hussars and stuff, or cuirassiers, I mean. But the thing is, of course, I believe at this point, because we've been stationed here for at least 2 turns, I believe. That means that we would be dug in, and I can actually dig in my army, and we'll be digging in around the town. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I remember what the map looked like for Bavaria. Most likely we'll be facing the exact same map as for the first Battle of Bavaria, but this time around we will be defending. Enough talking though. We want to get this done with, or we want to get into the meat and potatoes of the episode, which is the battle. So without further ado, let's strike up the drum and prepare to defend Munich. Now when I can see the field before me, I do actually remember it, but it seems as though it's been slightly altered since last time we were here. If you remember last time around, we were coming down from the top of this hill. However, it did certainly not look like this. It's actually the video I just released. Yeah, it looks quite different than last time. It's generally the same place. I recognize that all the houses are in this exact same location. It's just the terrain around them have changed quite drastically in certain areas. Like there was this big area here, like you had impossible terrain going along the edge here. And then you had kind of this sunken down valley throughout here, that's gone. This forest was here. But then the mountain kind of had... Because here was... A large part of the battle took place here. Where we marched down and we fought. And then I placed the cannons up in this impossible terrain, but that's definitely changed. But we don't have to go over all of these. What I've done is I've been able to dig in, and apparently all the Fusiliers can deploy bombs. And since I've got 5 units, we've got actually 5 mines placed in the ground. So there's 5 of them in front here to blast anything that comes down. And the thing is, we've got impossible terrain here, and we've got impossible terrain here. So I'm thinking the enemy will be funneled down through here and here, unless they try to flank. The flanking maneuver, they would go on this side. But then they would have to go down through here, get all these bombs to explode, If they pass that, then there's these, what's it called, chevaleries, which will skewer any horse regiment or any cavalry regiment that comes through. And if they're through that, then they're gonna meet our infantry then behind cover here. Still, even though the enemy is coming from above us, I think the placement means that we should be able to get cover behind this pretty well. I will switch this out a bit, and then because it actually the ground goes up again, so we get a little bit of a high point, my cannons can actually fire above my army. The problem will be just fitting everyone within this area, so that'll be difficult. With that said, let's go ahead and start the battle. So the enemy all starts up there, more or less. I can see some regiments starting over there, cavalry regiments. We'll move these guys back. We've got the elite guard regiment over here. They'll actually anchor and be the security against enemy attacks over here. Then I'll have the Grenadiers march out on this field. We'll send the smaller... Actually, we're not going to send away the Grenadiers. Grenadiers will move to the back. It's the Musketeers that will be sent away over here. And then the Fusiliers will now take position. Actually, we'll remove the small regiment for now, just to space out the normal size regiments. Get them behind the walls. We'll get the smaller one. Can be situated somewhere around here. And then the Feldjäger can be further back in skirmish formation over here. Grenadiers. Actually not stand ground. So they'll be ready to charge forward in case the enemy breaks through. And then the Fusiliers together with the first Life Guard. Okay, we got enemy cavalry coming in really close. So someone said, you know, oh, now I can actually form square really quickly. The problem I had in previous battles is that I was unable to form square in time. Go ahead. Find it. Well, oh, we only got 6 of them. It's not that great. Let's hold fire for now. We don't want to shoot into this. I'm hoping we can destroy the cavalry. The cannons are kind of firing that way. They're going to fire into our own men if they do. Okay, they're actually going for the square now. These guys, however, are going right into the bombs. The hussars. They're being mowed down by the Fusilier fire. Move quickly away so you don't get any friendly fire. And then they rode on to our horse obstacles. And they're gonna die on those. And then they're all kind of stuck on the square. With now the Fusiliers out on the flank. Quickly move in, ready to fire onto the flanks there. This Musketeer battalion, guess you'll be reserve in the back, hold your fire. These guys will fire. One of the regiments is pulling back, but I will be able to fire. Right, let's try not to go in the way of the rest of the infantry. I'm hoping we can just destroy all the cavalry before they get close to the bombs, because I want the enemy infantry to set off the bombs. Looks like they're going back in front of my main line. These are the Grenadiers. The mounted Grenadiers. They charge into the square once more. The USR squadron is thrown off, and soon this regiment of Grenadiers will also be thrown off. So all the cavalry is routing. We do... there's another Grenadier. What do we have here? We've got Grenzer Infantry. That's going to be interesting. They might have longer range, which could pose a problem. There's quite a lot of them as well. It's 500 in each unit. And then we've got the Ausländer Regiment. Got similar uniform to the Freikorps. And then up here we've got the more infantry coming down. We've got the Cuirassiers. General. They're bringing up their artillery. You got more infantry coming over here. So it's Grenadiers, infantry, infantry, and then dragoons. Another cannon and infantry. So there's quite a movement going to flank us around here, but that'll take so long to actually get here that I don't think that that's gonna actually pose a problem for us. The Grenzers are closing in. They've got the high ground, but they're about to walk onto this bomb. Hopefully it actually will detonate. I'm not entirely sure it will. Right, our Fusiliers are firing on them. They've lost 80 men, they're lost about 100. 110. They're standing right on top of the bomb. Okay, they're actually preparing to set up to fire from that range. The Ausländers, though, they will surely set off a bomb. But yeah, these guys should be firing. Good, good. Oh yeah, at this point we should be able to open fire with the cannons without risking firing on our own troops. Okay, the Ausländer, not entirely sure where they're going. Oh, we're ripping into that Grenzer unit. No one set off my bloody bombs yet. March onto my bombs. I was hoping they would come down in an organized mass, or unorganized mass, just marching down upon us. Looks like these are actually trying to bypass us. Oh, they're gonna walk onto the bomb. Boom! Is almost the perfect way. I was hoping it exploded. Holy shit! That was loud. Okay, so not only was it Splinter that like killed loads of them, there were also grenades being thrown up by that. It was kinda loud though. Okay, they're actually coming this way. They've set up their artillery and firing, so they might be marching in here. We've got a cavalry unit spread out very long. It might just set off every single bomb we have. Yep, there goes another one. I don't want to be too close because that sound was pretty intense even at this range. Oh, now these guys might set up. Why aren't they setting off the bomb over here? I don't know how that works. Or how it doesn't work, I should say. Oh, there goes another bomb over here. Destruction. Let's go ahead and not forget to tell these guys to be at stand your ground. Oh, they're all getting stuck up there. And then we got cannon shots ripping in over here. We might have another bomb going off. So very few of the enemy actually reached the line. There is going to be a fight out here though. It's a lot of light infantry, so we might have to advance our troops. I don't think we have the range on them. Let's focus the musketeer battalions. Okay, so there's still 2 bombs. Oh, we got the foot guard. That was a foot guard unit. Oh. Oh, that was artillery. That wasn't a bomb. Oh yeah, it was a bomb. Oh, it was triggered by the retreating enemy troops. Oh, they are firing from us over here. And they are hitting the guard infantry. Yeah, we'll have to advance to hit these guys then. This might pose a little problem. Just because it's so many of these enemy light infantry. Let's make sure that everyone's on fire at will. I do have cavalry to... cavalry. I do have some cavalry to back this up. Oh, there goes the last bomb. Not as spectacular as I hoped they would be. Actually, it was more spectacular in one sense. But I'd hope it actually would have hit the enemy in a better way. Since there's so many coming here, I'm actually going to march up the Grenadiers now already. And I'm going to focus the artillery fire over here instead. You know what I should do? Is I should put one Grenadier down there ready to fire. And then the other 3 to back up the main line. How's it going over here? The enemy moved forward, so just to reduce the fact that they do have the advantage in range, they moved forward to meet us. Still have some of these. I don't know if I dare risk my cavalry, but we are going to do that anyways. Okay, they're closing in. It's enemy Grenadiers. We'll try to hold the front line as long as possible, firing at them before telling the light infantry to pull back and have the Grenadiers countercharge against the enemy. Okay, they're lining up, they're gonna go into melee now. So, fall back, hold your fire. And then this Grenadier regiment will countercharge the enemy. The enemy over here was broke. I forgot to charge in the cavalry. But it seems like that worked out anyways. The guard infantry has attacked over here, and then Fusilier needs to pull back, and the Grenadiers need to attack. And then we got a similar story over here. We'll actually invite them to come over the top, as it were. Let's have the Grenadiers fire once into the enemy. Ooh! Murderous fire. Charge in, gentlemen. Okay, so now the Grenadiers are stuck in. Artillery, focus on the enemy artillery. My cavalry should be enough to wipe out all the lights over here. What I need to do now is support the smaller Grenadier unit over here and all my army over there. So all the musketeers should march to the aid. We're chasing the light infantry over there. Chase them to destruction. It seems fine right now. We'll swing the unit around, being able to fire upon them like that. Enemy cavalry unit is coming in. I doubt it's going to be able to go through. But we're winning slightly in this fight, but once my troops on the flank is going to come in, that will change. And now when the enemy general dies, that might very well change. We're winning slightly over here as well. Up here is where I can see... Oh, we're winning slightly over here as well. But I don't think we have the numbers to hold that fight for too long. Now the elite company is firing volleys into the side there. And my cavalry is chasing down all the light infantry. Oh, we won that fight over there. We should join in over here. You should move back to that position, and this unit should be able to fire up onto the enemy cavalry. We've got quite the rout going on here. I will order the elite infantry to charge in. Cavalry to come through, and the musketeer battalions marching in. With the elites now charging in. Flank attacking. We should crush these. These guys are only down. They're down to 71 men, but they held. Oh, they broke. They're all routing. Chase them off. Follow them on to destruction. Have the cavalry fall upon the enemy Grenadiers. And it looks like the battle is won. No, do not stop. Continue the charge. Continue, chase the enemy down. The enemy Grenadiers are running. Let's make sure that as many of these bastards get killed off. Okay, the cavalry is actually more... It's more important for the cavalry to run down the enemy cannons. Okay, at this point, hold fire. Hold fire. Hold fire. Cannons, hold fire. See if we can chase down as many of these as possible. Fusiliers will hold fire and they will establish a new line in front here. Just because... Looks like, yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to chase these guys down. So you will halt and fire instead. Same with you over there. And that also means that these units should fire at will. Keep up the charge. Yeah, kill those cannons. Shoot down that unit. I don't think, yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to chase these guys down, but they will continue. Stop on the hill and fire at the enemy. Where are you going? Oh, the musketeers were ordered. It's my mouse acting up again. There we go. Did you get all the cannons? Yes. There we have it. We successfully held the town, and I dare say we lost, compared to the enemy, I imagine we lost very few men. No surprise, it was a decisive victory. We only lost 1,000 men. It's still a third of the army, roughly. But compared to the enemy, which lost 5,000 men out of 6,000, with only 1,000 of them remaining. In terms of most kills, we have the Fusilier Battalion, followed by the 1st Guard Division, Guard Battalion, followed by Grenadiers, which I think probably were part of the charge, and so on. Even the Jaegers down here, they managed to kill 3 per each soldier. Even though there were only 28 of them, they killed 96. Artillery, not so much. One killed 20 and the other one killed 33. But then again, I forgot to kind of tell them to fire. And it was still kind of an awkward position. I realized that over on the firing close to the right flank probably meant that cannon shots would go through my own lines, but still, decisive victory. We definitely curtailed their attack here, and that should hopefully open up for assaults towards Vienna. Let's have the intern run through and we can kind of see the lay of the land as we prepare for the next video, where we will be attacking the capital, hopefully anyways. Not entirely sure if I included that naval battle. Probably not. It went very poorly. But I think I might just go ahead and show some kind of what I do at the end. Kind of just show some views from that naval battle. There was no way I was gonna win it. I decided to play it anyways, just because why not? Well, we'd never really focused that much on the naval affairs. I thought it would be quite easy to just chase down an enemy navy or find a port out there which we could trade at, but they were all covered, and seemingly the Austrians did actually spend quite a lot of money and set up quite good fleets. So, yeah, that did not go well. And as it turns out, Austria isn't the... or I am not the only nation that does multiple battles during one turn. As we, leading up to this, did 3 battles which we won and crushed the enemy. Now the enemy is doing... this will be their 3rd if you count the naval battle where they actually attacked our fleet. I think I should be pretty fine in this castle. And once this battle is done, we will be able to attack Hungary and so on. But that will be for next episode. So right now, what I'll do is I say as I always do. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this. And hopefully, I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!